Aloha everybody, welcome to Honolulu Port. Today is the 1st of May 2019 and we've just completed the Transpacific voyage from the 17th of April to now on the beautiful Ovation of the Seas. We have had the most wonderful time. We've had the best crew, the best bunch of guests, with best time with everything. The weather has been windy and a little bit cool, but we've also had some lovely days, and we have just had a whole lot of fun. The whole voyage has been an absolute buzz. Today we're actually spending an extra night here, or not an extra night, but we are actually staying on the ship tonight here in the port of Honolulu because we miss the island of Maui. But that's okay, it's all cool. Tomorrow when we depart the ship, we'll actually go via private transfer to the Outrigger Reef Resort on the beach at Waikiki. So how cool is that going to be? We can't wait to dip our toes in the ocean at Waikiki Beach. We've bought trolley passes, the hop on and the hop off. I think there's red, and there's purple, pink, yellow and blue. And we'll be doing lots of adventures exploring this beautiful island. So until then, we'll see you soon. Aloha and mahalo.
Mentioned before, we arrived at the Honolulu harbour early this morning with spectacular views across the harbour and the business district of downtown Honolulu. The area is known as Oahu, which means the gathering place, which is the third largest of the Hawaiian Islands, and is home to roughly about 1 million people. Also, one of the most iconic features is Diamond Head Volcano, seen from many advantage points, and its backdrop to Waikiki Beach. It is hard to believe that we are actually on an island with its skyscrapers, as Oahu is 44 miles long and is only 30 miles across. Reality sets in when we realise that Hawaii is still 2,280 or so miles from the mainland of America, and it still takes 5.5 hours flying hours to California. For our stay here in Honolulu, we have selected the famous outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort, which is right here in the main street of Kalakau Avenue and right on the sand of Waikiki Beach. Waikiki Beach is only a 15-minute taxi ride from the heart of the business district of Honolulu, and also the cruise ship terminal. Our unit at the outrigger and most others are facing the beach as well as the city, which in my opinion is a bonus, especially when you're on the 11th floor. All the units have outside balconies, which is a welcome, and also to be able to catch the beautiful ocean breezes day and night. Because it's famous for its surfing, the hotel has a facility to safely store your long surfboards in racks with lock and key. The interior of the resort has a relaxing feel and ambience, and of course houses the famous Duke restaurant and bar. There's also a small restaurant inside the resort called the Hula Grill, and it opens at 5:30 every day. where you can indulge in a feast of fish and chips or a large burger, all for $10. And yes, a glass of wine is actually thrown in for free. Not to mention that the amount of food that we received just for the $10, we just couldn't eat it for one person. It's actually made for two. The main street of Kalakaua is an absolute buzz of activity. There are many other hotels and resorts, which is then the main thoroughfare, and also for the trolleys pickup points. There are many strict regulations in force here in Honolulu, one which is that you better not cross the road other than on a proper pedestrian crossing. You will end up with a fine of $99. And furthermore, walking and talking on your mobile phone is also taboo, as this will set you back another, starting at $15 up to $75. The overall pace here is just right. Compare that to other major world capital cities, and everybody seems to be relaxed and very peaceful. Everything is neat and very clean, and you will not find any rubbish on the road or footpaths. The Moana Hotel is a historic hotel building next to the outrigger. It was built in the late 19th century and was the first hotel in Waikiki. The Moana opened in 1901. As soon as the Moana Hotel opened, a non-stop flood of tourists from the mainland of the United States poured through its doors and hasn't stopped since. A few hundred metres from the hotel is the famous Duke's statue, and is also the main trolley stop for all the 4 hop-on, hop-off trolleys that will take you to the various places of interest. The trolleys are colour-coded, and every route has its own colour, so you can't miss the bus, so to speak. The trolleys are open without windows, and seating is actually sideways so that you can take in the beautiful views that it has to offer. And there are also buses especially dedicated for the Japanese market. There are many ABC shops that are similar to a convenience store, where you can get most groceries, wines, beer and spirits, and also some clothing. The Cheesecake Factory is a must-go while here in Honolulu. The menu is crazily extensive and what we thought was well priced. The menu is serving more than 200 menu selections, including 50 delicious desserts. It is a very busy place and may have to wait for a few minutes before seating. It is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. The Royal Hawaiian Centre is definitely a place not to be missed. It is a premier shopping, dining and entertainment destination here in Waikiki. It consists of more than 310,000 square feet and stretches 3 blocks along the Waikiki's forefront. The Royal Hawaiian Centre is a vibrant outdoor shopping centre in the shopping district of Kalakaua Avenue and has flowering gardens between the streets of cafes and shops and arcades. The shopping centre originally opened in 1979 as part of the Royal Hawaiian Hotel complex with about 100 shops and restaurants and a food court. It was constructed as three separate buildings adjacent to each other with skywalks connecting the upper floors. There was a further renovation in 2007, which cost $100 million, which included more retailers and restaurants, and in addition more gardens and also waterways. Waikiki Beach is well known for its high-rise hotels on the foreshore and its popular surf beach. Last year alone it had nearly 6 million people visiting this world-renowned beach, and the temperatures here are semi-tropical during the year, therefore a favourite amongst surfers when the conditions are just right. We had a day here at high tide where Katie decided to have a swim, but she got dumped by the first wave onto the beach and immediately got dragged back by the undertow underwater. Yes, I did hear that somebody was screaming, but luckily two ladies were nearby and able to drag her back onto the beach. No more swimming at Waikiki Beach, I heard her say. That was after she noticed that she was black and blue. As mentioned before, Duke's Cafe and Bar is part of the Outrigger Resort. It's just under the resort itself. You can order your drinkies and also have it taken on to the beach. And yes, you can enter the bar and the restaurant with sandy feet. Although it is very busy and packed, I think that it adds to the excitement of being at such a well-known destination. The blue trolley is now taking us through the tunnel that connects the outside and the interior of the volcano. Diamond Head is a volcanic cone with the highest vertical height reaching about 232 metres into the Honolulu sky. The crater itself is 3,500 feet in diameter, and it's got 350 acres of space. Diamond Head is located on the Hawaiian island of Oahu and near Waikiki Beach and overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It is part of the Hawaiian Islands volcanic range, which is the result of a violent explosion that happened 300,000 years ago. The origin of the English name Diamond Head came from the 19th century British sailors who thought that the sparkling clear calcite crystals were actually diamonds. Our last treat of our journey was when we booked the sunset dinner cruise on the Star of Honolulu, which is a vessel. The Star of Honolulu is our largest tour vessel, carrying 1,500 people. It has 4 decks and 6 dining rooms. We opted for the 5-course dinner cruise, taking us from Honolulu Harbour, sailing towards the Diamond Volcano and the sunset back.